All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants, doing the Week 5 Giants film review. The Giants are 4-1 and everything feels good. By the way, this is my second take on this film review because I did it. It took me 45 minutes and I forgot to turn my microphone on. So I'm very frustrated, but we're going to, you know what? It's just, I got to practice run in, so this is going to be good. So like and subscribe to the channel. 29 plays. This is probably the longest film review that we've ever done for Talking Giants because there's just so much stuff to review. Some bad in there, but just a lot of good scheme stuff, some great communication on defense, execution, like just understanding what your assignment is and doing it well. So like and subscribe to the channel. And you know what? This takes like 6 hours worth of prep and then an hour to record. Maybe share with a friend because I'm having to do this a second time. So let's get into it. First play, this goes chronologically. First play is negative though. This film review is going to be very positive, but this first play is negative. And it won't be smoky like this. It's just the first couple plays. Just a bad run fit. So one, you've got these three players over here, but I just think these guys just in general fit this badly. One, look, Jalen Smith, slow to react on this. So like that seals off this gap. And then you have two guys playing outside of here. So you're just creating open gaps. And that leads to this. Dex is flowing with the play like he should. Like I'm guessing that maybe Nick Williams is supposed to bounce down over here and then Tate Crowder's supposed to fill this gap. But just a bad job. Now, this is where Dexter Lawrence makes his money and will make his money. He saves this play from being too bad because he's able to shed this block and get the legs. Like, he's smart. He flows with the play. There'll be another run play where he does a great job, too, that we look at. Like, that could have been a big chunk play. And the Giants, the longest run of the day was 11 yards for the Packers, and it's because of guys like Dexter Lawrence. All right, next play, 3rd and 4. Giants are showing a cover zero look. We got man, and then man coverage right here. And what is the cover zero look? Well, it's when you just put everybody in the line of scrimmage and it shows like you're going to send one more rusher than they have blockers. Now, where they change it is you have O'Shane Ximines drops back. Like Rodgers loves to go to Randall Cobb on 3rd down. That's the guy he trusts the most, so that's where he goes. So that muddies this up and helps this get covered. Now they run a rub route right here. Kind of get the look they want. But one, you get McKinney playing quick on it. And then we'll see from the other angle. We've got two safeties in Tony Jefferson and Dane Belton, Kayvon Thibodeau. You got Jahad Ward, Dex, and then O'Shane. Creates a free rusher. See, because he's manned up here. Man. You get a free rusher. Rodgers isn't able to turn and set his feet. And the throw looks like it's a little off. So just good team defense all around on that. Next play. This is a light box where you don't have every gap accounted for. And this is a great run fit by the Giants. So what does it mean they have a light box? It means they just have an open gap that's not covered immediately. So, like, let's look. Covered, and then Crowder's got to play one of these two gaps right here. So you put Dex at nose. Dex does a good job flowing with this, and they run this motion to keep these two honest back on the backside because the tight end runs out like they're handing off the sweep. So it keeps those guys honest. But just a good job by Dex flowing with this. Because there's an open gap on this outside shoulder. But now you got Dexter Lawrence playing two gaps right here. You just flowing with the play, and it allows Tate Crowder to play free and fast and close this down. Well, that's Dexter Lawrence. You're not going to try and get this out here because you have Jahad Ward, who's a good run, edge setter. Dex is right here, and then he turns back into the play. Kayvon squeezes this down. Justin Ellis spins out of it, and you get a nice little you hold him to about 2 yards. Now on offense, I want you to remember this play. This play gets ran a lot, and there's a play that gets ran off of it. And you're in 2 tight ends, 12 personnel, and this is called Yankee. What is Yankee? Well, it's just essentially a max protect play. And then you put Marcus Johnson on this deep post, which occupies these 2 defenders. And then you put Slayton on a cross. And because the Packers are playing in 2 high safeties, which means the safety's got to come down and play the run. Got to come down and play the run. That pulls him up. And now you got this linebacker right here with Saquon. Walker's not able to make this play. And then you get Darius Slayton being able to flash his speed coming across the field. And we'll see how great of a throw it is from the other angle. And you get a nice chunk play, 20-plus yards. Jones sets. Got a lot of space. Got a lot of space because of this run action. And just puts it perfectly on him in stride. Perfectly on him in stride. And you get an extra 12 yards out of it. Next play, we're going to go a run play. So watch Bellinger. And then Bredesen is pulling. So the Packers do a really good job on this, but this is where Saquon shows off some really good vision. So you have these 2 players blocking down. Maybe Myrick can come off on Quay Walker, but Quay Walker plays this fast, like he reads his keys. Kowinski down, and then Bredesen. Rashawn Gary is a good player. He knows they're not going to leave him unblocked on purpose, so he gets tight and gets inside of this. Not really a perfect spill, but gets inside of this, which doesn't allow Bellinger to lead through here. So Bellinger does a good job on this, keeping tight and keeping a good head of steam, bringing his hands into the block, and then flipping his hips around it. But these 2 defenders, these secondary players, fill this outside. They fill this outside. So this is where the Packers just they play better run defense. They play great run defense versus this, but Saquon sees that, cut, sees Kenny Clark coming down here, cut, and then get upfield in this crease and get what you can get. That's the kind of stuff that Saquon, when he's playing confident, can do. When it's, hey, this is closed down, but sees all this green grass and takes a negative play and turns it into a positive play. That's the type of stuff that is going to that's the type of stuff where when people say Saquon's back because of the big plays, yes, but he's back because he's getting the smart yards too, which he did not do his rookie year, or didn't do a ton his rookie year. Part of that was big part of that was bad offensive line play, but he contributed to it as well. All right, next play. All right, I want to spend some time on this play. I'll let it play out for you. This is a play call that the Buffalo Bills loved, and Brian Daboll loved with the Buffalo Bills, and it's called wave. And what wave is you have the post right here with this outside receiver, and then you have Tanner Hudson and Richie James selling vertical and then crossing, creating kind of like a pick. This is something that Brian Daboll loved in Buffalo. Now here's where they're changing it to the Giants' personnel and adjusting. In Buffalo, you'd spread this field out, and these guys would be crossing instead of at 10 yards, at about 15 yards, and sometimes even at 18 yards. So that's where they're changing with their personnel, because they're using these heavy packages. They got to compensate for the offensive line. The receiver play isn't great anyways. That's what they're compensating on it. So this is a play that they like. Now, this is a great play call for what the Packers defense is running. Packers are in cover 3, but they're sending a 5th defender, which means the zone is going to be vacated. So what zone is that going to be? You got deep thirds by these 3 players. This is the zone that's vacated. This is the zone that's vacated, and Tanner Hudson should come open. And he kind of does after they run into each other. But there's bad execution. These 2 run into each other. So how do we not turn this into a negative play? How do we turn this not into a sack or an incompletion or an interception or a fumble or whatever? You build in this check. You build in this check down. You put Bellinger on the block and release. And Jones is able to get to it. And you get a 12-yard gain. You'll see it from the other angle. You see Jones' eyes. He's reading this defender. Like, he's ready to pull the trigger on Tanner Hudson. But these cats run into each other. And as soon as they run into each other, Jones' eyes turn. And he gets demolished. I mean, he gets creamed on this play and delivers the throw to Bellinger. Good timing by Bellinger on this. The block for the block and release. But Jones gets killed. But you get yourself a first down. So that's just one of my... I think that's the best play that encapsulates why this Brian Dable, Mike Kafka offense is good. Is they're using stuff that they like, that they've always ran, but they're changing it to the Giants personnel, but also building in checks because not everything's going to go perfect when you have Richie James and Tanner Hudson running it instead of Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox. So I really like that play. All right, next play. What do we have? So this was like Daniel Jones' one bad play of the game. So the Giants on the front side of this are running their version of stick, and I know we ran stick a million times with Jason Garrett. We never ran it like this, though, but this is the way the Giants do it, where they put the tight end on the stick or whatever wide receivers out here, and then they use their running back as the flat, so Saquon, obviously. So pre-snap, you've got like some type of cover zero man coverage look, because you see notice how all these guys are in a line, which shows like, hey, you're going to get some blitz, and these guys are in man coverage. And this is a 1st and 20, by the way, because there was a penalty. So they're, going to try and be aggressive on this. Now, I think Campbell screws this up because I think he's supposed to blitz or spy or something. But I promise you they're not double covering Saquon on a flat. Saquon's great. He should be respected. But I promise you they're not double covering him on a swing pass. So, but this is Jones's first read right here. Obviously, not going to throw that. Too muddied up. But on the backside of this, you got Slayton on this crosser. And that puts a lot of stress on a guy that's playing 12 yards off with Darius Slayton's speed. And he wins. And he wins big. And Jones just misses him. Got a clean enough pocket. And just misses him. I saw people on game day saying Slayton's got... No. Jones has to hit him on that. So that was the bad play of the day for Daniel Jones. All right, back on defense. Let's watch Jalen Smith on this. Packers are running the speed sweep, a guy who wears number 9 for the Packers, and Christian Watson. Jalen Smith also wore number 9 for the Packers. Revenge game. So they run this speed sweep. The motion bumps these guys down, or this little push pass. And just watch. This is where Jalen Smith is a good addition for the Giants because he just plays fast and reckless, fast and loose. He plays free, and just watch him gain ground. That's an awesome play by Jalen Smith. Playing aggressive. There's no backs, running back in the field where he has to stay honest. Just go. You're too slow. Haha. Deliver a hit. That's good shit by Jalen Smith. This is the Mercedes Lewis touchdown. Just want to show you whose responsibility it was and how did Mercedes Lewis get left so wide open. So they run a lot of smoke and mirrors on this. You motion the fullback out, play action end around, and then Mercedes Lewis gets open. Giants are in man coverage. McKinney dropped the ball on this. You see Jackson chasing the end around. McKinney just gets lost in the action. And Mercedes Lewis has to be the oldest tight end in the NFL, right? I remember him getting drafted by the Jaguars, and when the Packers signed him, it's wow, he's old, and he's been there for 3 years. You see McKinney. Damn. Yeah, that was on you, McKinney. Understandable, though. All right, 40-yard run for Saquon Barkley out of the Wildcat. This is awesome execution by everybody involved. Everybody involved on this. So what do we got here? So let's look at John Feliciano. So when the Giants have ran this Wildcat, they've ran a lot of read option on it. Rashawn Gary's expecting to be the read option player on this. He gets they're in Wildcat, he's thinking read option. So you got to play smart. Don't get, don't get caught up in chasing somebody. So that freezes Rashawn Gary, and that allows John Feliciano to get out here, turn his hips, and seal this off. And then you got David Sills helping on Campbell. This player flows over, blocking that, and then comes on Campbell again. And then Matt Breida. Watch Matt Breida. This is a really good block by Matt Breida. That's a really good block by Breida. Bellinger getting out here. Good speed, good aggression. He gets popped a little bit, but you're just working with speed and leverage. That's all you need on this. Bredesen does a good job down blocking. And then Glowinski. Look how quick Glowinski gets out of here. Bam. Seal this off. Seal off Quay Walker, first-round linebacker. And then Saquon takes just that little bit of space, gets through it, and go. Go. Now here I'm going to critique Saquon on a 40-yard run. Awesome. Good job veering in to get his angle screwed up. Go left. Like, I really think he's gone if he goes left. I really do. I really do. I don't know if he didn't realize this player is coming from the back and he thought he was going to get out here. But I know Saquon Barkley watching this is kicking himself. Like, man. Like, I had a 68-yard touchdown or whatever the yards. No, it would have been a 78-yard touchdown. He could have had a 78-yard touchdown out of the Wildcat. I kind of hate the Wildcat. The Giants are good at running it, so I don't hate it anymore. All right, next play. What do we have? Okay, so remember that first play, Darius Slayton, that crosser, and we called it Yankee? Well, this is what I love about the Giants' offense is they build off of what they put on film. So they're going to run 2 tight end, 12 personnel, play action, Yankee, right? Deep post, cross. That's what you thought, Green Bay. That's what you thought. Runs the deep post still. Slayton sells verticals, shows the cross. It's got this guy's hips open. Stop. Turns this into an out, and Jones delivers. Nice play. Good stuff, building off of what you put on film. We'll see it from the other angle. Again, look at all this space for Daniel Jones. Slayton makes his break. He moves his platform to make this an easier throw. Fires. Puts it on him. First down, Giants. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff by the Giants. And Daniel Jones and Darius Slayton. All right, 3rd and 13. Packers are in this too high shell, trying to stop a big play. We're just going to hit Richie James on this basic, this in route. This linebacker plays wide. Campbell, who sucked in this game, by the way. A little subtly in the route running there. Easy. This linebacker's got his eyes on the QB instead of looking over here. Third and 13 conversion. See Jones turn his head. Pulling the trigger. He's getting into his break now. Pull that trigger. Puts it on him. Richie James, stand up. Check to see if it's a first down. It is. Point. First down, Giants. 3rd and 13. You thought that you had to stop. All right, next play. What do we have? This is that 3rd and 9 throw to Darius Slayton where he fought for the first down. This is a play called levels, where you see Richie James running the out. Bellinger running this basic in. Darius Slayton on the 5-yard Indy route. And Jones is just reading Quay Walker. If Quay Walker bails out into this area, then he's going to try and get this throw in here to Tanner Hudson. He doesn't. Put this ball on Slayton. And Slayton fights for first down. We'll see it from the other angle. Again, we're reading this player. We're reading this player and this safety. Linebacker doesn't bail into the flats. Pull the trigger. Good catch. Quay Walker doesn't want to wrap up. He wants to be a hard ass as a rookie and put his elbows into a tackle. Well, guess what? You just gave up a first down. Even though I think the Giants probably would have went for it on fourth down. And that's why they're comfortable making that throw. Here's the Daniel Bellinger touchdown. This should have been, or this was the Philly special. Flip. I don't want Bellinger making that throw. I'm okay with Bellinger making this throw. But he gets agile and gets it in for a touchdown. This guy is not good, number 94 in the Packers. They put him in hell on this play. Just watch. Ooh, I got Daniel Jones. Nope. Oh, I got Saquon Barkley. Nope. Ooh, I got Daniel Bellinger. Nope. Now you get to watch them score. So cool stuff from the Giants. Here, this is something you could leave your. Do you think this is a little too cute for the red zone? Because if this gets tackled right here, we're killing the Giants. Being like, how do you just pound it in? Why are you getting cute with it? Which I kind of agree with, but it works, so I'm not going to complain. All right, next play. We're back on defense. What are we looking at here? End of half, 2nd and 2. Packers end up getting 3 points on this drive at the end of the half. 2 high safeties. You notice down here, looks like we're in man the coverage all around. Packers do a good job executing this, but this is bad. What I believe is a bad job by Dane Belton. If not, it's a bad job by Tony Jefferson. But I do think this is on Dane Belton right here because everybody else is in man coverage. You have the 2 safeties, so why wouldn't you? So you see the tight end shows like, ooh, I'm blocking, and they're going to throw a little swing pass and try and get Aaron Jones out on the edge because you have the 2 high safeties. So Belton falls for that and tries to blow it up and be a superstar. But you see, then he turns this into a slant. And you see Tony Jefferson bails on this. Like he's in man coverage with the running back. I'm pretty sure that Belton got fooled on this. Because I don't think Tony Jefferson's just going to play like that if he had man if this was, sometimes there's switch coverages versus stuff like this. Even when you are in man coverage, you see this look where it's like essentially a slant flat where like, okay, you take this. But I don't think that's what this is. And they end up converting, and again, they got 3 points on this. All right, next play. This is a run play I really like. It's called Squirm. It's not going to get you 20 yards, but I really like it. And I thought the Giants executed this pretty damn well, besides Evan Neal. So what Squirm is, watch how this player is left unblocked, at least at the start of the snap. It's just a good way to get 4 or 5 yards up the gut. So you leave this player unblocked. So now Thomas and Bredesen go to linebackers. Good job by both of them. See how good a job they do. So you leave this player unblocked, which means Feliciano's going to down block on Kenny Clark. Not the greatest block, but all you had to do was kind of get a piece on him and get the right right hat placement on this. So don't let him cross your face. And then you make Glowinski this little kick out and Squirm. You got yourself a little crease. Now, I would like to see Evan Neal do a better job on this reach block. Reach blocks are tough. But against this guy, he kind of sucks, like we said. I kind of want to see a better job. But nonetheless, you get 4 or 5 yards out of this. You get what you want. But if Evan Neal gets this reach block and is able to re-anchor right here and not get pushed back anymore, which, again, is very tough. That's like a very tough ass. Like, you can't really be mad at Evan Neal. But he doesn't get, stops this right here. This could be a little more of a chunk play. But the play did its job. I really like that. All right, Giants are running split zone, which is just running zone, and then you put the tight end on this wham block on the backside, this, the sniffer. So Bellinger does his job. Chris Myrick and Andrew Thomas with these run outs both do a really good job. Really good job by both these guys. Ben Bredesen does a good job getting to the linebacker. Really good job. Mark Lewinsky do an awesome job on this double team. Awesome job. Awesome job getting this guy's shoulders turned, and then a linebacker plays on the backside. I don't know why, but he does. But Feliciano gets pushed back. And I know that's a tough ask against Kenny Clark, but if he just doesn't, I don't need him to have a great block on this. If he just has a sufficient block where, like, you don't lose ground, like, he loses 2 yards of ground, this is a big play. This is a big Saquon Barkley run. Because just imagine this, he's up here right now. You got yourself a two-way go. Like, let's just pretend this John Feliciano's not 2 yards in the backfield. You got a nice two-way go. Whether you're going through here, Thomas and Bredesen have done a great job. Sills is going to block up to here, and then you got a one-on-one with the safety. Or Saquon cuts back, which I think is what ideally he would do, and hits right here. This was a chunk play that could have happened. That got taken off the board. That sucks. It's the whole, chain's only strong as its weakest link. That overused metaphor or simile never rang louder than right there. All right, 3rd and 3. We're going to run a play called mesh, but I want you to remember this play because like we saw the Giants build off of that Yankee play, they're going to build off of this play later in the game on a 3rd down. So you put Slayton in motion, and you run mesh. Every team runs this. Every team. Basically every team, unless you're Kurt Warner, who hates it with a passion. So what is mesh? You put Richie James on this sit route, and then you have Darius Slayton and Marcus Johnson just running 2 shallows, coming across each other. It's better versus man coverage, but they get it versus zone. Jones with pressure delivers the throw. Good throw, good catch by Slayton. You get it versus zone coverage. The Packers actually play this pretty well. Like, he shuts down the sit and then shuts down the shallow by Johnson. And then this, Packers play this pretty damn good, but the Giants just execute better on it. And you get yourself first. Let's see it from the other angle. Bredesen gets beat badly on this play. Good throw in the face of pressure. Can we get these cameras out of the way, by the way? They're so annoying. Good catch by Slayton. Now he's like the suntan lotion bottle. Get some yak. 1st down Giants. Good stuff. Now we're running Yankee again. 2 tight ends. Under center. Play action. Marcus Johnson's going to run the post. Slayton come across. Chunk play. Simple. They're running these 2 highs. Packers give up the inside. Give up the crossing routes. They give up those in breakers all day. Play action sucks up these linebackers. Campbell goes out to Saquon, even though I think he should be getting back on this and not worrying about the check down on this. Chunk play. See it from this angle. Look at all this space, baby. Look at all that space. And even Glowinski gets shed on this block. But still. That's a lot of room to operate. Puts the ball on Slayton 1st down. All right, 3rd down. Packers are showing a cover 0 look. We talked about it earlier in the game. Man on the back line, running back, man. So the Packers actually, what I think they're doing is, if Saquon goes right, and this is pre-snap motion, that Campbell's picking him up, and if he goes left, this player's picking him up. But nonetheless, you got this look. They want to come at you. So you pull this player out, and it's not cover 0 because you see these linebackers drop out. But you take advantage of that front. We'll see from the other angle. You suck him out. Influence blocks here. Bredesen walks up to the linebacker. Get yourself an easy 1st down. Easy 1st down for the Giants. All right, we're back on defense. This is one of my favorite things that you'll see in this breakdown. So this is a 1st and 10. You got 2 high safeties, right? Okay, so the whole playbook is open. Everything is open in the playbook on this. So the Giants, versus what they have right now, have a stacked box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in the box. They only have 5 blockers. So the Packers motion in the tight end, though. They motion the tight end. Nobody comes into the box. So it's first down. Rodgers is a smart quarterback. Watch. Check run. Check run. Tay Crowder immediately sees that, and we'll see it from the other angle. Tells McKinney, get down here in the box. They're running the ball. It tells the D lineman to play your gap because we were bringing a guy down the box. We don't need the 2-gap this. And it allows you to play aggressive, and you hold them to a 2-yard run. We'll see it from the other angle. Watch. Brings him in. Aaron Rodgers looks. They're not bringing anybody down the box. I'm check and run. Check run, check run, check run. Immediately, Crowder. Let's go. Let's go, McKinney. Get down here in the box. McKinney tells Love, you got center field. Crowder tells the D lineman, play your gaps. And now we got a gap. McKinney playing fast and free. And you hold him to a 2nd and 8 run, which probably would have been a 5-6 yard run, or maybe even bigger if you don't do that. That's the type of stuff I nerd out for in football. What do we got here? Oh, this is the Dexter Lawrence sack. You got cover 1 man coverage with a deep safety. 3rd down. Packers are at the 36-yard line, so they got a 52-yard field goal if they don't complete this. So, first of all, good man coverage across the board by everybody. This is pretty good man coverage across the board. They're trying to get a first down. Now, Tony Jefferson closes this window. This is where this is Cobb in the slot. This is where Aaron Rodgers wants to go on 3rd down, and the Giants knew that. They knew shut down those slants to Randall Cobb on 3rd down. Tony Jefferson closes this window. This is where Rodgers wants to go, and now he's getting sacked. We'll see it from the other angle. Nice dance, Dexy. Sexy Dexy. Bam. Come on, play the play. Power, leverage. Kayvon getting around the corner. Tony Jefferson closing that window. And Dexter Lawrence gets his 3rd sack of the season. Great team football all around on that. All right, back on offense. All right, so I told you remember that mesh play, right? Remember the mesh. That 3rd down to Darius Slayton where they pulled his shirt down. Well, we're going to run it again. It's 3rd down again. Right? We got Bellinger running the sit. Marcus Johnson and David Sills are going to run the shallows or the drags. Wrong. We're sitting. We're turning these into whip routes. This is a great job by Daniel Jones going through his progression. So again, what does this do? It pulls these linebackers out. Bellinger runs a good route, sits in the middle of the field. Jones hits him for a first down. That's great building off of what you've put on film. I love coming onto these film reviews every week and showing that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff you will see every week if it's there. So good progression. You're reading Matt Breida on this rail route right here. Now you read Sills, linebacker picks it up. So quick, hit Bellinger on the sit. First down. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, we're going to run some boot from the shotgun. Going to get Marcus Johnson for a nice gain on 2nd and 9. How does it happen? You got a condensed split down here. This play action, then you got Jones booting out. And then they're going to run a 3-level read, flood. But they're going to run it, the middle read from the backside. So you have Slayton on this corner. Marcus Johnson on the crosser. This over route, and then Richie James on this little out route. So Jones is reading 3 or 1, 2, 3. High to low. You get it versus zone coverage, which is what you want. Not throwing it to Slayton. And now this linebacker is not turning his head and getting into this window, and you get a nice chunk play. Good job by Jones waiting a little bit on this, allowing Marcus Johnson to come across his face. Good catch by Marcus Johnson. First down, Giants. All right, what do we have on this? 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. Put Slayton in motion. The Giants, what did they do versus the Bears? They put 3 tight ends. They ran play action boot. They ran Tanner Hutch on this little corner, and Jones was able to get 2 touchdowns and some other chunk plays from that. So the Packers saw that. The Giants put that on film. So how are the Giants going to change this up? So you run these 2 routes, right? And they're covered up. Good job. Don't get lost in the sauce chasing the running back from the backside. Follow Jones. Good job, Packers. But how the Giants build on what they put on film, you put Chris Myrick in this little block and release. And now you got a 3rd and 1. Good stuff. I love this. It's only an 8-yard throw, but still, you're turning your shoulders the opposite way, dealing with Kenny Clark right up on you. Puts it on Chris Myrick, the GOAT. Good stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, next play. This is the David Sills turnaround play. So you run this play action. You put Brightwell out in the flat. And it's David Sills, turn around. Everybody at this point, including Mark Sanchez, was yelling, David Sills, turn around, turn around, turn around. Because Gary plays the flat. Gary on Gary crime. Now, before you get on Sills, I believe he did what he was supposed to do on this play. Like he's doing this block and release, and I think he's supposed to sit right here and be an outlet if this is covered, or this player right here is covered. But good job on him. Once he does get turned around, even though it was like 2 seconds later from what we all wanted. Throw his towel, by the way, too. First down. Giants ended up pounding in with Gary Brightwell. Here's the last play on offense we'll go through. Saquon Barkley, 41-yard catch. So just like that wave play we talked about that I spent like 3 minutes on, where the guys ran into each other, the Packers are in cover 3, 1, 2, 3, but they're sending 5, which guess what? We're leaving a zone vacated. What zone is left vacated? This one, because Slayton is going to run this post, and you have all of this green grass. Watch these linebackers. Bad job of communicating. These guys kind of suck, by the way. Like, I don't know how Devon J. Campbell got all pro or whatever. Like, he sucked. And Quay Walker's struggling, too, as a rookie. Like, watch. He's telling him, go, fall, chase that. But I don't know if he can chase that. So you run this shallow cross. You put Bellinger. Make sure to cross the face of this, which is huge, which he gets his hips open and on the sit route. And even if Campbell follows this, he's not keeping up with Saquon. And now you got Saquon in green grass. Make a guy miss. Whoop! We'll see it from the other angle. Jones is reading 7. Easy throw. Bam! Make a guy miss. Awesome stuff, Saquon Barkley. Let's watch that in slow-mo. Made him slide. Bam. Big chunk play. Awesome. All right, so that was the end for the offense. 3 plays left on the defense. You don't want to miss this stuff. First play's bad, though. This is the last drive of the game. Nick McLeod, Adoree Jackson hurt. Aaron Robinson hurt. Fabian Moreau hurt. Cordell Flott hurt. All the corners are hurt. So you got Nick McLeod out there. And Rodgers misses a shot, man. They run this double move. McLeod bites on it. You're running this 2-man, and you don't have this safety over the top. And that should have been hit. And this is part of the progression too. Like, you don't run a double move just for fun. So Rodgers, like, he turns. I don't know why he doesn't pull this trigger on this. It's not like he's already thrown, and he just throws it to Cobb. Throws it to a covered Randall Cobb out of bounds. Like, that's a weird miss by Aaron Rodgers. Now, last 2 plays of the game. Fun. This is fun stuff. Giants are showing a cover 0 look. We explained it 10 million times. Man, 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 and then man on the back. So they're showing a cover 0 look. So what does Rodgers want to do? He wants to get to Randall Cobb on this little return route, where he shows out, bam. He wants to get this versus Darnay Holmes. That's what he wants to get. He wants to throw this ball to Randall Cobb. It's 3rd and 2, end of the game. So the Giants show cover 0, right? Look, we're sending him. We're sending 1, 2, 3, 4. We're sending 7 guys, and then they're manned up. But Jalen Smith shows the rush, pops out, closes this window for Randall Cobb, closes this window for Aaron Rodgers. So he's got to throw it later than he wants to. He's got to throw a little sidearm. We'll see it from the other angle. Tay Crowder once gets an interception. Giants still haven't got an interception this year. You run an ET stunt. Kayvon in, Dex out. Both get their hands up, which has been a huge coach. I've heard them talk about it in press conferences. It's been a huge coaching point for the Giants this year. Like, they have to lead the league in passes batted. Get your hands up, get it batted. And you see Rodgers wanted to throw it before. Watch. He wanted to throw it, see? So we got 4th down. Still scary. Still scary versus Aaron Rodgers on 4th down. Now we're really showing cover 0. We've got man, 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 and now we have 8 guys all in a row. 8 guys all in a row. And we're sending every last one of these cats. Now watch. Rodgers knows. He checks out of the run. And I want to have a little conversation about that too. Watch the little right shoulder tap. Checks out of the run. So we'll show how these guys show McLeod. They're throwing some like type of back shoulder fade. McLeod, good coverage. That ball's not getting completed. But it definitely doesn't get completed when guys get their hands up. So again, cover 0 look. You overload on this side, like we're manned up here. Man, 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 man. And now you have 2 free rushers because the back is showing run. So watch when Rodgers checks. See that little shoulder check? Like he's going. Now watch Tay Crowder, Julian Love. He's coming. He's coming for you. Outside shoulder. Outside shoulder. Checks out of the run because of that. And then Love, McKinney, you guys aren't going to get there for the sack. Get your hands up. And you get a batted pass. And you get a Giants dub. Now I saw some people, some analysts, not Giants fans, but other people, saying, why doesn't Rodgers run the ball here? He checked out of it because he's trying to be a hero. Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense. They have 6 blockers versus 8 men. So they have every gap accounted for plus an extra guy. That's insane. Now, it's overloaded to this side, so you could make the argument, but you still have every gap covered. And that's Dexter Lawrence right there. And you know that somebody's going to scrape over the top like Jalen Smith does. Like, he can't run. He can't can that ball off. And that's Aaron. Like, come on now. But Giants played better, so we won. And we are 4-1. And Aaron Rodgers can suck it. So, appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you could, tell a friend. Because, I've now had to record this for an hour and a half. And I feel nauseous. Let's go Big Blue.